When they were approaching Jerusalem, in sight of Bethphage and Bethany, close to the Mount of Olives, he sent 2 of his disciples and said to them, "Go off to the village facing you, and as soon as you enter it, you will find a tethered colt that no one has yet ridden. Untie it and bring it here. If anyone says to you, 'What are you doing?' say, 'The master needs it,' and will send it back here directly." They went off and found a colt tethered near a door in the open street, and they untied it. Some men standing there said, "What are you doing untying that colt?" They gave the answer Jesus had told them, and the men let them go. Then they took the colt to Jesus and threw their cloaks on its back, and he sat on it. Many people spread their cloaks on the road, others greenery which had been cut from the fields. And those who went in front and those who followed were all shouting, "Hosanna! Blessings on him who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessings on the coming kingdom of our father David. Hosanna in the highest heavens."
Christine, that's a powerful reading. We hear it often at this time of year as we enter into Holy Week. Did anything strike you about it as you were reading it?
Well, many things have struck me about it, and I guess it's very, very familiar to me from many Easters. But I think the thing that strikes me most about it is the contrast. Here's Jesus coming into Jerusalem, great acclaim, hosannas, people celebrating and really, really welcoming him. But we know that it's going to change just within a few days. And so it's a sort of bittersweet.
And it's
or
powerful.
Sweet bitter.
It is a powerful reminder too, though, that Jesus in his journeying has always shown himself as a servant, and I think this image of the donkey, although we know it comes and it has a reference back to the prophecy of Zechariah about the sign of the Messiah coming in on a donkey, but the donkey was a beast of burden and a great symbol of humility, as opposed to the horses, of course, that the Roman cavalry would be riding.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a wonderful image for us to take into Holy Week too, that Jesus came not to be served but to serve, and this is a very graphic description of that.
A foreshadowing too, really, of Easter, of the glory of Easter, the resurrection and Jesus, the risen Christ.
I love the word Hosanna. I read where it literally means please save, and so here is a call out to Jesus, please save. It's almost a recognition that here is someone who has something that will really help us. We don't perhaps exactly know what that is, but we see him as someone who has a message that we will benefit from.
Yes.
Hosanna, please save.
Well, please save us.
Yeah.
Yes.
The palm branches that are used here in our tradition, we take those same branches on our Palm Sunday and we give them to the people. We say, take them and put them in your homes and display them, and let it be a sign that you are part of this journey too. And then when we come towards next Easter, we take those branches, they bring them back, and we'll burn them, and they become the ash that we mark ourselves with on Ash Wednesday. So that the cycle of it all is quite powerful in itself.
Yes.
I think too, Jesus was surprising his disciples. They were still looking for someone who was going to overturn the Romans, and here he comes on a donkey. How ridiculous is that? If you want to put an image of a fighting person, you're actually presenting something of great weakness, back to that humility. So the disciples were as much confused as, and the contrast is, as you said earlier, is really striking them. They would look back on this time with a lot of questions, and in the end, a tremendous revelation.
Yes, I found it interesting, talking about questions, that Jesus sent them off to find the colt and bring it to him. And it appears to me that they went without question. They did exactly as he bid, and it all happened.